What's up, guys? This is Danny Fraud Montana, and you're here for the EG Pro Tip Series sponsored by MSI. And basically right now I'm going to be breaking down the offensive style of AWPing. The last video I went over was the defensive style, which had a lot more to do with CT side as well as being able to switch back and forth. I'm also going to go over switching back and forth because being able to go from offensive to defensive is extremely powerful. But right now my main focus is going to be on the offensive aspects of it and being able to try and intimidate your team, the other team, as well as implement new styles to try and basically run down certain locations, hold locations of the bomb site. And then obviously towards the end of the round, when you want to solidify and conclude the round, you need to switch back and forth as well as be able to utilize your teammates as much in the process as well. So right now we're going to go in game, and I'm going to show some really common spots, I guess, for the op and certain locations that you can hold and be able to play from and whatnot. But one of the most important things it has to do with is re-peeking. In certain situations like this, maybe, if you were to take one shot and maybe miss a shot, if you were to re-peek and keep fighting this guy, obviously you might be in a losing battle since you continue to re-peek someone who has a good angle on you. But the intimidation factor that you can implement on being able to re-peek or hold the re-peek definitely goes a long way, because the other player is not really going to know if you're going to be peeking or not. So the odds are they might fall back or communicate some wrong information to their teammates, which in turn helps you out because you've essentially intimidated someone who's holding their position, and you forced him to make a bad move by either running away or by having his teammates have bad information. Now, this is very important because you want to try and be as offensive as possible, especially when you're on the T side, but you also need to learn how to have the self-control after you get any sort of pick. For example, if you were to get a kill right here, someone who may not have self-control will just come out middle and try and maybe lock down this side of the map and try and kill rotators. Obviously that can come in handy and works well, but at the end of the day, the odds are that having the self-control and being defensive in these certain situations will give you a better success ratio than being offensive and running the risk of dying. Because at the end of the day, if you run out and die, you completely, not only do you even the playing field by dying, but you also can give away some information as to what your team is planning on doing throughout the whole entire strategy. So by being able to have the self-control and switch back and forth and playing defensive will give you the availability of being able to tell your teammates to control the B bomb site, and you can continue on and hold other angles and change up your position to try and basically get more kills that will solidify your team's bomb site hold. But basically the op has an extreme value late in the round, because anytime, even if your teammates were to take over the B bomb site, if you were to hold spots like this, maybe watch the catwalk flank from about like right here or something like that, or even protect long A if you hear someone running around, it gives you a lot of value because you're going to be able to be in different locations and positions than your teammates, and this will allow you to throw the enemy off guard, because they're not really going to expect you to be there. They're going to expect you to be the opper, and every opper should be staying with their teammates. But that's when you throw a little switch in there. But if you throw a switch, you have to make sure that you play defensive and nothing too aggressive or anything like that. And then one of the main things is basically having the availability to switch back and forth between the styles of opping that you want to do. The main reason why is because if you were to continue to get late picks in the middle of the round and the bomb is planted, you now have no reason to be overly aggressive and no need to peek, because the time is on your side. They have 35 seconds to come into your bomb site and defuse the bomb. You basically have to just wait out 35 seconds and you win the game. And that's pretty much exactly what happens when you're on defense, because when you're on defense you just have to hold locations down and basically force the teammates back, or force the opponent back. But now, even though you're on offense and have an offensive style, you need to try and be defensive to be able to try and protect locations. And one of the main reasons for this is because it spreads confidence between your teammates. And for example, if you guys plant the bomb in B, if you can lock down a defensive position like the window room, or the B window, you can get anyone that's peeking or jumping through the window. And the main importance towards all of this is it gives your teammates a lot of confidence, knowing that they can get spots like this, play over there, play right here, play right there, and all they have to do is focus on the doorway, because you've locked down one of the two entrances to the bomb site. And the main the main aspect and the main factor in all this is that you spread the confidence to your teammates and you solidify the round, and you're able to win the game by controlling a certain location and delaying a lot of the time. Now, basically, everything that I said in the video, you have to try and implement in the same, in the same stretch. Obviously, it might be a lot to take in at certain moments, but working on being able to change back and forth between the styles that you implement and being able to understand the strength and values of it all allows you to be more knowledgeable of all the situations, as well as spread the wealth with your teammates. And that includes spreading the wealth with confidence, spreading the wealth with how many kills you guys can get, and that basically, allows you to be able to switch as much as you need to back and forth. This has been the offensive opping for the EG Pro Player Tip Series. You can go ahead and check more information out and more videos at myeg.net, or you can also check out taofraud.com for more information about my guide as well.